If you're going to come after the Snyder Cut movement, at least get your facts straight.
Wake the fuck up!
So I've been getting slack more recently from a couple people. I'll put some posts on Facebook about my videos or whatnot. And some of these people, these non-Snyder Cut believers, which are actually DC fans that aren't Snyder fans, which there's no problem with that. But they're saying that we are a cult and the cut does not exist. First off, do your research. Please do your research. Before you're going to come at me, do your research and see that, yes, the cut does exist. This isn't a pipe dream. Do you think we're a cult? Like, really? I don't know. I think we're more of a movement. And you know what? With all those people out there, like Sean O'Connell said, if your favorite director got pushed out of a project and you wanted to see his vision for a movie that you thought was going to be amazing, that he was going to direct, and he directed it and made it, and then at the very end they cut him out and brought someone else in to finish it, and it was a completely different movie. He ruined the vision. Joss Whedon ruined the vision. Sorry, whatever. You would want to see his version too. That's just the fact of the matter. You would want to see his version too, so you'd be pissed off as well. And then you see all the facts that we have as a movement, and you can see that this movie is more like, it's damn near done. Plain and simple. And we get more and more stuff that comes out all the time. Speaking of which, Jesse Eisenberg has been doing some tour stuff for his more recent movie. Just came out, Zombieland 2. And this guy apparently doesn't watch his movies at all. I feel like he's not even in the loop. Like, it's crazy how some of these actors and actresses are like, they know nothing. Like, this guy doesn't even watch his own movies. There's nothing wrong with that, but whatever. He's doing this press tour right now, and this guy the other day was kind of hounding him about how this Snyder Cut doesn't exist and blah, blah, blah. But Jesse was saying, like, yeah, I want that to get released because I know I filmed a lot more scenes that weren't in the movie. Well, there you go. There's more to this movie than... There's always tidbits that come out about this movie, about the Snyder Cut. It's like, wow, more stuff. Therefore, Lex Luthor was possibly in this movie. Why was he in the movie? What was he doing? There was probably more Deathstroke. Like, this movie was literally a completely different movie than what we got in the movie theaters. I want everyone to know that. It is completely different. So the big news that I want to talk about, and this is coming from Heroic Gateway Instagram account, they're saying that James Wan, Zack Snyder are in negotiations right now to produce and direct DC films for HBO Max. On the surface, it's like only one source is coming out with that. They're saying that, you know what I mean? Like, you're not really hearing much about it. It sounds amazing. I love what James Wan did with Aquaman. Zack Snyder coming back to do DC properties. Hell yes, sign me up. That is a good thing, though. This is good if this is true. Clearly, we want Zack back. That's the next movement after we get the Snyder Cut. Now, when we get the Snyder Cut, and then Zack comes back to do other DC stuff, that's awesome. But still, I want the vision of Zack. I want him to finish his arc. Don't give me the Snyder Cut and we're like, okay, we're not going to let Zack finish his arc, but we're going to let him direct other DC stuff. Of course, I'll appreciate that. I'll love the hell out of that. I'll be happy that he's doing this stuff again. But we want to see his arc. And again, that all goes off of how well the Snyder Cut is received. But at the end of the day, if it makes a shit ton of money, then there's a good possibility he'll still be in charge of the DCEU, and he'll most likely be able to finish his 5-story arc, which will be awesome. But yeah, this news, it sounds wonderful. I have no idea how valid this is. We never know. We hear rumors all the time. I'm just telling you what I heard. It sounds great, but you just don't know with Warner Brothers and what's going on behind the scenes. It sounds great. We'll just have to wait and see. The last thing I want to talk about is how Toby Emmerich has just gotten a contract extension with WB. We all wanted Toby out of there. Hashtag fire Toby Emmerich. We wanted him gone because he was the last one that had something to do with Justice League. And more recently, I think he had something to do with sharing the profits of Joker. But again, you thought, okay, yeah, Toby is possibly on his way out, right? He has to. Eventually, they have to get rid of him. Then we hear he's getting a contract extension. But if you listen to Chris Wong-Swenson's latest video, he talks about how when you look at the article and when you really think about it, it looks like they are trying to push him out. they're extending his contract because right now they just had this big HBO Max. They had this big HBO Max event the other day. The next day, they don't want to come out and say, "We fired Toby Emmerich." No, they were just praising him on the HBO Max event. So they don't want to say that. So the extension could be for a couple weeks, could be for a year, could be for 6 months. We just don't know. But it looks like someone else is kind of pretty much taking over his position, if you read the article. So yes, I think we are very close to getting Toby out. I think we're almost there, but they're not going to do it yet. The dude obviously has a lot of pull, has a lot of power, but right now they're running high off of HBO Max. So just give it some time, and hopefully we can get him out of there, and then we can bring back Zack, release the Snyder Cut, and we can all be happy. We can all just drive into the sunset with big smiles on our face, saying that we got the Snyder Cut, and we got Zack back, and now we get to watch the greatest DC movies of all time. But anyway, guys, that's the video. Please subscribe because it helps me, and in return, I can help you. And as always, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, new content's coming to you from Subjective Reviews. And thank you for watching.